to give us a conversation. Feel free to be an activist in terms of your values. This is not a religious live, but it is all about a movement on what you are looking to do in the community, to support your local community, to support what is going on internationally in terms of the genocide that we can see. So feel free to come up if you want to express your views and talk about it. Feel free to do so. Christians for Justice is for all. Please do subscribe to us, and let's help make some change in our community. Let's do that. What do you think is going on? What do you think is going on in terms of people just staying quiet and not calling out the evils that we can see? And what do you think is going on from a religious perspective when, let's say, the Almighty sees you and the Almighty sees that you are doing nothing about what's going on? What does He say to you? In fact, ancient text says if you see something that is going on that is incorrect and you do not do anything about it, you are just as worse as the perpetrator. If you can help save a life with your voice, if you can help save a life with the way you are communicating, if you can help save a life and stop something, you should do so. Otherwise, you become part of the complicitness of what is going on around the world. I am not a Muslim, however, I have Christian values, and my values teach me that you must speak about the atrocities that are being committed, not just internationally, not just in other countries that it's going on in as well, but also things that happen in your community. We must be participative, and we must be confidently aware of how we talk about these things and call out the evils. In fact, in scriptural text, it does say in the final part of the days, there will be a movement out there talking and proclaiming and saying that we can see, and we proclaim that this is not acceptable by the Almighty. And those were ancient texts via Jesus' words. So if you want to come up and talk about what's going on. Whoever wants to come up, whoever wants to talk about something that they have close to their heart, whoever wants to have some coaching, feel free to do so. Whoever wants to communicate around any issue they feel free to talk about, we can talk. Come up. My background is youth work, my background is coaching, my background is neuro-linguistic programming, my background is all about activism. It's all about sharing the movement. And I would like every single one of you to come and join the movement. Join the movement that looks for justice. And it's not just for Christians, although we make a call out to all Christians. It's not just for Christians. It is for everybody to come forward. They don't have to be Christians. You don't have to be Christian. You don't have to be, but you can get involved and you can start communicating. You can start your own journey and start proclaiming and learning about what injustices we can see and start to expose them. So if you want to do that, feel free to come on, talk with us. Feel free to get that free membership, get that free course. So there's a few things, and get that free development. There's no charge, but in turn we ask you to become active in what we're seeing in our communities, and we ask you to develop the ideology of voting for the right party that represents you, the right party that is looking for the interests of our community, the right party that is looking to handle matters in relation to the NHS, that is ready to handle community-related issues, that is ready to handle and look at public services, that is ready to pump investment, that is looking to help the common person that could be struggling. That is the working person of our community. Already we see so many people, we already see so many rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. So our concentration and focus should be to make sure that gap closes. And also, because the rich are getting triple rich, They need to pull back and obviously contribute to the community to get the community to progress, to get the community to benefit. Because of the degradation that we are seeing in our communities, because of this degradation, we are witnessing poverty at an all-time high and criminality getting worse. People are so desperate. Just think about it and just see and take note that years ago when you were younger, take note that there weren't many people begging. There weren't people begging at McDonald's 20, 30 years ago. It just wasn't happening. There weren't. I remember going to Birmingham 20, 30 years ago and I didn't see any people on the streets. I remember and I recall, and also in Wolverhampton as well, I never used to see so many homeless people. But now, drugs, criminality, and deprivation, social inequality, we can see these things and we need to look at making a choice for us, a choice for you, and making the right choice of who we choose as our political leader. Labour, on the other hand, do not care about us. They have never cared about us. And in terms of humanity, well, I'll correct that. Years ago, they did care, but now they don't care about you and me. The only thing they care about is themselves, and they care about filling their own pockets, and they care about fueling the war that is going on. So, henceforth, I say to you, think about what you can do as a community. You 13-year-olds, you 14-year-olds, if you are listening in, we're not going to allow you to come up, but if you are listening in, I know it's late, you shouldn't be, you should be in bed. You should be educating your youth to take up the vote for your community and take it up wisely and look at what is going on in the country and how we need to put together socially to develop our communities. So if you want to come up and you want to talk, you want to have a conversation, if you want to start re-educating your own children about what's going on and re-educate them in terms of their responsibility for the future. If you want to do that, then feel free to get in touch. If you feel that you've got a community and you want to share your voice and help other people to become awakened, then I will say to you, join Christians for Justice, because we are there to help the community. We're going to work with churches, not just about going to church and worshipping. Okay, it's about going there, learning something, and then coming out and becoming active, becoming a communicator for what is right, becoming a communicator for what you can see, and speak justice. Become a truth speaker. By doing that, by becoming a truth speaker, you will not only be serving your own family, but you'll be serving the community. So feel free to subscribe and join. As I said, it's not just about religion, but it's about a movement, Christians for Justice. Jesus spoke about justice. Jesus turned the tables around and smashed them all up in the temple because he was saying they were disrespecting his Father's house. Therefore, what we're saying is, look, if you see something wrong, if you see something that ain't right, then make a choice and do the right thing, expose it. If you can see someone being harmed and you don't speak about it, you are just as complicit. Okay? You are just as complicit. Let me give you a long spiel there. A long spiel in relation to what I'm all about. A long spiel in relation to what we are seeing in our communities. A long spiel in terms of what we can see and how we need to improve and focus on the future for our communities. Right now, things are not good in our communities. About a month ago, I went away and I was away, and it was at Seaside Town. Somebody walked past me, they were barefoot, they walked into the shop. As I walked in, what did I do? They picked something up and just walked right back out of the shop. People have no fear. If they're not getting caught for something, they will continue to do the crime. They will continue with their criminality. So therefore, we need to say something.